two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises. One of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right away, they'll change the look. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing is Wilson.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
26 yards.
And the Steelers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Now it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Jackson.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
Here's Jackson.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Again, Jackson. It's caught by Aguilar. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
3rd and 20.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Nnamdi Madubuike
drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
Back deep is Steven Sims.
This is fielded at the 27. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Jackson now.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
Henry.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive,
as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Wilson.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Wilson to throw.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens.
63 yards.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Throwing is Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is taken at about the 14.
It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now it's Wilson.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
A short one there to Freiermuth. Into space at the 45.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now Wilson wants a different look.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Henry up the middle. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers. 32 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. On the give, it's Warren. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 43-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Wilson going to change things up here.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
And now an audible here into something else.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
A handoff for Warren. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Throwing is Wilson.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Running left, it's Warren.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Jalen Warren
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Jackson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Jackson.
as he throws there, incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Tucker's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson changing the play. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Austin. And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Wilson to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. Now they'll audible to something else.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Wilson.
Here's one deep for Pickens.
And this is caught inside the 5. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
What a play, but he couldn't get out of bounds. And you've got no timeouts. They've got to get to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
One last shot for Wilson. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Extra point now by Boswell. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. One last shot for Jackson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.